Of course, in Zimbabwe, we have a nagging political crisis coming from the coup d'etat. A coup d'etat is never a proper foundation to develop a democracy. And also, the election in 2018 was problematic. So there's a legitimacy challenge in the country. And right now, we're going towards the elections. The voters' roll is in shambles. The voters' roll is not accessible to the opposition. The opposition leaders, Scala and Garuvume, are in prison. There are no political reforms. And of course, on the 31st of May, the Patriotic Bill was passed in Parliament, which means it will be very difficult for people to express their views when it becomes an act, after going through Senate and being signed by the President. How can we have a free and fair election in Zimbabwe within the context of these problems? We seek to get solutions to these issues. What needs to be done? Chairman Kagoro, Zimbabweans must have a shared economic vision where we want to be as a country. We must be very clear on the drivers of good governance. We must be very clear on how we can bring about legitimacy. We must be very clear on how to build macroeconomic stability. We must work towards economic transformation. We must embrace the fourth industrial revolution. Solutions, solutions, solutions. That's what we seek to do in this book. We want a peaceful, democratic, and prosperous nation in Zimbabwe. There's no second republic in Zimbabwe. There's no new dispensation in Zimbabwe. A new dispensation is earned, not declared. To get to the second republic, to get to a new dispensation, we've got to work together, have a national vision, have a national strategy. So we are in the first republic in Zimbabwe. Mugabe was a system. In 2017, the system was not broken. Mnangagwa is a continuation of the bankruptcy of Robert Mugabe. There's no change in Zimbabwe. There's no second republic. There's no new dispensation in Zimbabwe. We must have a shared national vision. Where do you want Zimbabwe to be in the year 2050? Paint a picture. Once you've done that, then you come up with the strategy, the game plan, to take ourselves from where we are in the valley to the house on the top of the hill. That's what we call strategy. And after that, execution, execution, execution. An implementation matrix. Who's going to do what? When are they doing it? Where are the resources going to come from? How are you going to measure success? What are the milestones? We want a framework like this in Zimbabwe, a shared national vision across the political divide, and then a strategy, a game plan to take us to the promised land. In addition to that, we must have a national brand. Minister Muzembe is here. He and I worked on this idea of building a hexagon, where our country is competitive in those 5 areas. We must, as Zimbabweans, be very clear on the definition of a competitive Zimbabwe, in particular around investment. We must develop Zimbabwe's reputation in order to improve the country's global competitiveness, establishing a competitive identity. These are the solutions we seek in Zimbabwe. We are sick and tired of just describing the problems, condemning people. We must be propositional. We must be proactive and come up with solutions in our country.